Hello, this is Janila, the person behind Crafty Crochet Castle, and in this video I'll show you the pattern to crochet the heartstring bookmark. This is a very simple project and you can crochet these bookmarks very quickly. Don't you think these would make adorable Valentine's Day gift? So if you're looking for a last-minute handmade Valentine's Day gift idea, this project is perfect for you. This tutorial is beginner friendly and the pattern is very simple. We will be using the basic crochet stitches to complete this project. And this project uses very little thread or yarn. You can crochet these bookmarks with any number of hearts, and I have explained about this in the tutorial as well. Here I have some examples of the bookmarks made with different number of hearts. You can either finish off the bookmarks by adding chains to the bottom of it, or you can directly attach fringes or tassels to the bottom of it. This is a completely no-sew project. You'll be crocheting the entire bookmark in one piece. To crochet this project, all you need is a thread or a yarn along with the appropriate crochet hooks, scissors and yarn needle. These two bookmarks are made with size 10 cotton thread and a 1.75 mm crochet hook, and this bookmark is made with sock weight yarn along with 2 mm crochet hook. For a bookmark, it's always recommended to use thinner yarns or threads. The other optional materials for this bookmarks are tassel maker if you would like to attach tassels to the end, and blocking materials if you would prefer to block your bookmarks. The details of these materials are in the description box below. Now let us get started working on our pattern. We'll be crocheting chains first. So we'll be working on a slip knot before we begin working on our chains. To do a slip knot, all you have to do is take your yarn and I wrap it around the finger and cross it over at the point where the yarn meets. Next, pinch at this point and take this little loop out. Now I'm going to insert my hook inside this loop and I will yarn over and bring a loop. This yarn is from the skein end. Now I'm going to carefully hold like this and grab the tail, and I'm going to pull it. As we pull it, this forms a knot over here. So there we have a slip knot. Now we have to adjust the loop on the hook. To do so, you can grab the tail and grab the yarn from the skein and pull it. Now you can see the loop on the hook is getting smaller and smaller, and make sure when it's of the correct tension, you can stop pulling on the tails. The loop on the hook should be of the correct tension, that is not too loose and not too tight, so that you can work on your project neatly. Now let's crochet the chains. The number of chains in this pattern will depend upon the number of hearts you would like in your bookmark. So each heart will have a total of 5 chains. So if you would like to do 1 heart, you can crochet 5 chains. And if you would like to do many hearts, you can adjust the number of chains accordingly. In this tutorial, I will show you how to crochet the heartstring bookmark with 7 hearts. So my base chain will have a total of 35 chains. So to do a chain, I'm going to yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So there I have made 1 chain. In the same manner, I'm going to crochet 34 chains so that we have a total of 35 chains over here. So here I have crocheted a total of 35 chains. Now let's begin working on one side and a heart. So in the second chain from the hook, so this is the first chain and this is the second chain. In this chain, I'll be doing 1 slip stitch. So to do a slip stitch, I will insert my hook in this chain. I will yarn over and bring a loop through the chain and through the loop on the hook. So there we have made 1 slip stitch. Now in the next chain, I will be doing 2 stitches. The first stitch will be a single crochet. To do a single crochet, I will insert my hook in the chain. I will yarn over and bring a loop. So now we have a total of 2 loops on the hook. I will yarn over and pull through both the loops. So this is a single crochet, and the next stitch in the same chain would be a half double crochet. To do so, I will yarn over, insert my hook inside the same chain. I will yarn over and bring a loop. So now we have a total of 3 loops on the hook. I will yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once. So this is a half double crochet. So we have worked a single crochet and a half double crochet in the same chain. Now let's move on working to the next chain. In this chain I will work 2 double crochet. So to do a double crochet I will yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over and bring up a loop. So now we have a total of 3 loops on the hook. I will yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. So now we have 2 loops remaining on the hook. I will yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops. This stitch is called as the double crochet. It is slightly taller than the half double crochet. So now I will work 1 more double crochet in the same chain. So now let's move on working in the next chain over here. In this chain I'll be working 3 treble crochet in the same chain. So to do a treble crochet I will yarn over twice, insert my hook in the chain, yarn over and bring up a loop. So now we have a total of 4 loops on the hook. Now I will yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Now we have 3 loops remaining here. I will yarn over again and pull through the next 2 loops. So now we have 2 loops here. I will yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. So this is called as the treble crochet or a triple crochet. This stitch is slightly taller than the double crochet. Now I'll do 2 more treble crochet in the same chain. So once when we complete 3 treble crochet, you can do chain 2 here and then do a slip stitch in the same chain. So this is one side of one heart. If you are working on only one heart, you can now begin working on the other side of the heart. If you're working on multiple hearts in the heartstring bookmark, you can follow the repeat pattern. So the repeat pattern would begin with a slip stitch in the next 2 chains. So after completing this, I will do a slip stitch in the next 2 chains here. And then I would do a single crochet and a half double crochet in the next chain. Followed by 2 double crochet in the next chain. Followed by 3 treble crochet in the next chain. And then chain 2 and a slip stitch in the same chain where we did the treble crochets. So this is one side of another heart, and this ends on the repeat pattern. I'll be repeating this pattern for the remaining chains over here. The repeat pattern is a slip stitch in the next 2 chains, followed by a single crochet and a half double crochet in the next chain, followed by 2 double crochet in the next chain, followed by 3 treble crochet in the next chain, chain 2 and a slip stitch in the same chain. Don't worry if your project is getting curled up at this point. It would look like this. When we begin working on the other side, the bookmark will flatten out. I'm going to repeat this pattern till the end of the chains over here. I will do it off camera and then I will meet you when I complete working on one side of all the hearts in this heartstring bookmark. So here I have completed working on the repeat pattern on all the chains over here. The repeat pattern would have ended with 3 treble crochet, chain 2 and a slip stitch on the same chain over here. And I have a total of 7 half hearts. So now let's begin working on the other side of the chains. So all you have to do is turn your project like this. So the other side of the chains look up and we'll be working on top of our chains over here. So do not be worried if your project is curled up, it will become all right when we crochet the other sides. So now let's start working on the pattern. So I will do a chain 2 first, followed by 3 treble crochet in the same chain over here. We'll be basically going on the reverse order on this side of the chains. So now in the next chain, we can work on 2 double crochets. This is the same chain where we did 2 double crochets on the other side. Followed by a half double crochet and a single crochet in the next chain. And a slip stitch in the next 2 chains over here. This is the pattern that is to be worked on the first heart in our heartstring bookmark. Now let's get started working on the repeat pattern, which would be the same for the remaining hearts over here except the last one. So the repeat pattern would be a slip stitch inside the next chain, followed by chain 2 and 3 treble crochet in the same chain. Followed by 2 double crochet inside the next chain, followed by a half double crochet and a single crochet in the next chain, and a slip stitch in the next 2 chains. So this marks the end of the repeat pattern, and I will be repeating this pattern for the remaining hearts except the last one. And as we can see, we have formed our hearts over here. So now I will work on the repeat pattern for the remaining hearts, and I will meet you when I'm at the pattern for the last heart. So here I have worked on the repeat pattern for all the hearts, and we are currently on the last heart. And this is how a heartstring bookmark will look at this point. Now let's crochet on the last heart. For this heart, I will do a slip stitch, chain 2, 3 treble crochet, followed by 2 double crochet in the next chain, followed by a half double crochet and a single crochet in the next chain, and a slip stitch in the next chain. So we'll be following the same pattern, except we won't be doing 2 slip stitches at the end. We'll be doing 1 slip stitch over here. And this is how the heartstring bookmark would look. Now we have completed the hearts. For the finishing, you can finish it off in 2 ways. If you would like to add tassels to the end, we can fasten off the yarn over here at this point. Or if you would like to add some chains before you add tassels at the end, you can continue working on the chains from this point onwards. And once when you're happy with the length, we can fasten off over here. In this project, I'll be fastening off over here. I'm not going to add chains. So to fasten it off, I'm going to leave a tail and I'm going to trim the yarn over here. Now I'm going to yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook and pull the yarn all the way through, and then we can tighten this up. So there we have fastened off our yarn over here, and this is how the heartstring bookmark would look. Now you can either add tassels to the end or you can add fringes. I'm going to show you how to attach fringes to the end of the bookmark. To attach fringes on the bottom of a heartstring bookmark, I'm going to take the same yarn and I'm going to cut it into 7 strips. These strips measure about 7 inches in length. Now I'm going to fold all of these strands in half, and I'm going to leave a little loop here. Now I'm going to grab the bookmark, turn it to the wrong side, and I'm going to insert the hook inside the last stitch over here at the bottom of the bookmark. Now I'm going to insert my hook through this folded loop of the strands. I'm going to bring the loops of all these strands through the stitch, and we would have something like this. Now I'm going to grab all the tail, including the tail that we just fastened off over here, and then insert my hook through these loops, and I'm going to yarn over and bring all the tails and pull it through the loops like this. So once when you have something like this, you can turn your project to the right side, and then you can start pulling on the tails. If you find any loose strands over here, make sure to pull all the individual strands so it gets tightened up over here, and this forms a knot over here. And so that we have attached fringes to the bottom of our project. Now we can trim off the ends. We have completed our heartstring bookmark. We would have one tail over here which we can weave in. So while working on the project, I held this tail on top of the chain, so it got weaved in all the way over here. Sometimes your strand might be just here in case if you haven't weaved in, so it doesn't make a difference, but I will show you how to weave in the tails. To weave in the tail, you can grab a needle and thread your yarn in it, and then you're going to insert the needle through the loops present in the wrong side. You can grab any set of loops that you want. Make sure to insert it only in the loop and not in the stitch itself. We do not want to see this tail in the right side. So once when you insert it through some stitches, you can pull it off, and now you can turn your project, and this time you can insert it in the opposite side, and you can grab a different set of loops. You can do this a few times. You can go zigzag up to down in any manner that you like, and you can grab in any set of loops. And once when you think you weaved in enough, you can take the needle out, stretch out the piece so that the project has not lost its shape when we've pulled the tail, and now we can trim it off over here. The last optional step would be to iron this project, or you can even block it if you would prefer it to remain flat. I hope you enjoy working this pattern along with me. Please show your support by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.